Hi Nicky.
Hi Mark.
And welcome to your establishment.
Oh, thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure, it's a pleasure. We're interested in talking to people about the travails, the battles they've had in establishing themselves. And Roses to Go is a great story. If we go back to the establishment, have you thought about two strategies or decisions that you had to make in setting up that really put Roses to Go on the map?
That was actually instrumental. We came into Australia on a business skills visa, and we had a criteria of 6 that we had to meet in order to fulfill our visa requirements. So you talk about 2 critical decisions. We had like 6. I think we had to employ 6 Australians first of all. We also had to be doing something import or export orientated or import replacement. We had to be technically advanced or ahead of our field of business. We had to be within the top 5% of our industry. So showing the country that we were bringing in new ideas into the country and really setting ourselves up as the creme de la creme. The other things that we had to do, we had to be investing in our business at least $100,000, and we had to then also make at least $100,000 in our business, and every 12 months we would be surveyed. So things that we made which were critical to our business is obviously we had to employ the employees straight away. So we had to gear our business up to be able to sustain and pay at least 6 employees. That was very, very important to us. The other thing which was absolutely critical, because we were now running this business, we were going to be hydroponic rose growers because hydroponic is technically advanced. We also decided from the onset, arriving in Australia, that this was a great time to start and embrace the new technologies in the hydroponic growing systems, in the sense that we recycle 100% of the water that we use here. Very, very, very ahead of our field. When we put our irrigation system in 2003, we were the first person ever doing it in this country. A closed irrigation system where we're not feeding the roses and then running the water to waste. We were recycling it and sterilizing it, putting it back. And we also implemented IPM, which stands for Integrated Pest Management, which means that we do not use any harsh chemicals or pesticides in our business, which immediately sets us right in the top, basically 1 or 2% of the country in all agriculture and horticulture, only doing environmentally friendly way of growing. Another thing that was critical, I'm sorry I'm going on about this, is that we decided not to go for quantity. We were going to set ourselves up as a quality supplier of fresh cut roses, hydroponically grown with recycled water and using the most technically advanced way of growing roses, but in an environmentally friendly way. So that was that.
You mentioned earlier, off camera, about the distribution issues you had. It was quite different to what you were expecting. How did you finally overcome those?
Funny, you know, our background was we were actually farmers in Zimbabwe, and we concentrated on what we did best, which was farming. And there were a lot of middlemen and marketing companies that would come in and buy your crops off you. And when we came to Australia, you know, we came in, we knew we could produce a good quality product in the roses that we could grow, but we really hadn't thought out the distribution, and it literally stumbled upon it. We started off getting these beautiful roses that we produced and looking at each other and saying, now what? And that was when I put them into the backseat of my private car, my little Hyundai Elantra, and I drove up to Turkey and I walked into the first florist I found, and I literally begged them to buy them from us. And the first comments was, are these roses real? And I remember saying, yes, they're real. And the lady bought them and spent $28.50. And after our initial investment of $279,000, it was, you know, it was a small start. But from there, we actually wholesaled to the florists in the beginning. 80% to nearly 100% of what we were producing, we were supplying into florists. What actually did hit us within a year of producing, we could not keep up with the demand getting to Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. So that's when we went about expanding our production, and in 2 years we were overproducing. So that meant that we had more supply than we could market, and that's when we stumbled upon retailing. Okay. So now, 8 years on, we actually retail 80% of what we produce here, and 20% is only wholesaled.
Thinking about the last 12 months, we've had the GFC.
Yeah.
Even here we've had the GFC. Have there been any issues or strategies that had to reassess in that 12 months? Yes,
and the last 12 months for us has been actually exciting. We've gone, excuse the expression, we've gone balls to the wall, because we've decided you've got to go big or you get out. And what we've decided in the last 12 months, we've actually grown. We've actually had 1 retail shop, and now we've got 3. So we opened another one in January of this year. We opened a little shop in another area. Strategically placing our new shops in areas where they've got like old money, so to speak, Also extending our market with roses and flowers, a very spontaneous purchase. It's something that you do just on the spur of the moment. So instead of taking Muhammad to the mountain, we'll take, we're literally taking the flowers to our customers. So opened up a new shop in East Gosford, Rosa to Go East Gosford. We opened up Killarney Vale within 6 months of the first one, really gearing ourselves in a time of where a lot of businesses are cutting back and slowing down. We're gearing ourselves for the next growth spurt. So being quite aggressive with placing ourselves, putting ourselves really on the line when money is not freely available, really being aggressive, getting ourselves out there, established for when the things turn around and people got money to spare, that we already established the systems in place, the business is already established in the new areas, and we're rearing to sell. So a big strategy for us, and we're also marketing ourselves very differently at the moment. A lot of social media marketing, which is pretty cheap, and different type of marketing with lining ourselves to charities and functions where we can exhibit the roses that we're growing.
So you're going to the markets that actually are thinking about flowers anyway.
That's right.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about social marketing a little?
The social media marketing is something that my husband says I'm addicted to the Facebook, but it's been a wonderful way of embracing something that is, I'm a very social, outgoing type of person, so I talk about what I do on social thing and letting people know what's going on. Our business is quite intricate in the sense that we grow as we're vertically integrated. So we grow the product, we get it ready for the market, so to speak. We value add it, and then we retail it. So, and we've also got a hand in the wholesale. So we feel that we've got pretty good hand on what's going on, and there's lots of interesting things happening. So we've also got the tourism side of our business. So it's something to tell people about without selling them a hard sell, come in and get flowers today, but it's just a constant reminder that we're there, we're around and about, the roses are fresh, they're environmentally friendly grown, and also it's a good way of letting people know that you're active in their community. Like my husband coaches rugby, I play hockey, I play soccer, that we're people with a family background, and so people, they buy from people they like. So it's been a big strategy for us, is letting people know about us and gaining credibility, selling our product without selling our product, and telling people, we've got big influx of red roses, so they think, if I need red roses, I'm going to go to Roses to Go. So been really special for us, tweeting a little bit. As I say, I'm on the Facebook most of the time.
I think your husband's right. I think you sound addicted to it.
I am.
Which is every business owner should have your energy.
Yeah.
So.
And one other thing with the Facebook is that the photographs. So what we do, I've got fantastic florists working for me, and they'll do something, a new design. I photograph it, put it on Facebook, and it just, look what she's done, and it's very easy to sell someone else's product. So I say, the girls have just made beautiful corsages for formals. My friends then tag our little wristlets. So it's really nice. It's basically showcasing what we can do.
What's next year look like? It's going to be another big year, obviously.
It is a big year.
Strategy?
A big strategy. Like literally, we're doing our marketing budget now at the moment. We basically going back to basics again. Mm-hmm. We're doing a lot of little steams in the cafes where we put a single rose in with our business card. When people are having a social thing, they can see our roses. They're on show. Hopefully getting up.
Who sells those things into the cafes?
No, we don't sell them. It's a little marketing strategy. We provide them free of charge, the cafes, right. And as long as we can put our details on. We're planning 4 more cafes to supply next year in strategic places around the coast, and saying that we were looking at the newspaper yesterday for rental in Sydney. We're looking at another shop to grow in the next year, probably a little bit more further afield. We're also trying to really systemize and get our business really streamlined in the next 12 months so that we can really toy with the idea of franchising the retail outlets. For us is putting someone in charge of the shops that we're so passionate about. If they've got their money and dollars on the line as well and their passion behind it, I think they'll drive the sales and really keep up our culture in the business.
The final killer question. We've established you're addicted to social marketing. You spend a lot of time talking to customers, yes. Obviously. This thing called work-life balance. No. Is there such a thing in Nicky's life?
You know what, there is work-life balance. Our work is our life. That's the balance. It's everything that we are. Our children have grown up literally in cots in greenhouses.
Do they grow any bigger?
They do, and the hydroponically grown children. So they. It's just the way we are. It's our culture. I always say to my kids, they've been literally dragged up, behind roses and buckets and thorns, and but it's a good work ethic. We enjoy what we do. When you go to work and you enjoy what you do, it doesn't feel like work. So the balance is that we enjoy our life while we work. So you talk about life balance, we work too much, but we enjoy our work.
And it's an important thing I think small business growing into big business is often hampered by them expecting to have a lot of fun initially, and they forget about the work that's involved and dragging kids around in hothouses.
That's right.
Yeah.
But we're also getting to a stage. I've just been away for 4 days, and the staff ran the place beautifully. Getting texts every day of the targets, the KPIs being reported on. My staff are really getting it, and they're not my staff; they're my team, they're my family. They, literally to run this business like their own. You couldn't ask for better staff than that. So we're very grateful, and we would like to get to a stage that we could maybe go for a month's holiday. Wouldn't that be nice?
Get out of town. Yeah, wonderful thing.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Thank you, Mark.
No, thank you.